I think we had a really good year so far for indoor. I think some of our highlights included, on the women's side, our first year sprinter Hannah Sansala. She's really done just a great job. She wound up on our top 10 all-time list in both the 200 and the 400. She was also on our 4x2 and 4x4. We've just had some really solid performances overall. I think our relays have done really well. Now at conference we maybe didn't perform as well in our relays as what we had hoped to, but I think that coming for outdoors we're probably really going to have, I think, really good improvements. On the men's side, I think initially one of the things that I really look to is that our numbers are up, and we're spreading it out across all the events. We have some really great first year competitors. Nolan Ebner has been just a great middle distance runner for us. Miles Keys McKay in the triple jump, and Jack Schulten over in our sprints. Joe Giambardino and Logan Hovey, both of them had stellar performances at conference. And so Logan won the high jumps, qualified for nationals. That's really exciting. And Joe, every week, he's just taken his times down in both the mile and the 3K. And he broke his own school record again in the 3K. And to see his progression throughout the season has really been pretty amazing. What I'm really most impressed with, both on our men's and women's side, is that we've had a great chance to cover all of our events. And that was something that was really important to me coming into this program this year, was that I wanted to see us have a really well-balanced track and field team. We had, both on the men's and women's side, throwers represent us this year indoors at conference, and that's wonderful. For the first time in over 10 years, we had pentathletes represent us on the women's side, and that's a really cool thing. In track and field, the neat thing is there's multiple ways that you can look at improvement, and given that we're not one of the top teams in the conference, we really have to look at personal records, at our school top 10 list, which for me has been a really important thing for us, because that shows improvement. And so far this year, we've probably rewritten that top 10 list in 15 cases on the women's side and at least a dozen cases on the men's side. Initially, some of the things that surprised me was just the team camaraderie and how willing everyone on this team is to work at 100% and to cheer each other on. But I think for me the biggest thing is we have tremendous senior leadership. They've done a phenomenal job just kind of doing all the things to keep us cohesive. So for the next 5 weeks, we're basically just in a training mode, which is really wonderful for us because we really need to go back to basics on some technique stuff and continue to lay down a foundation. It'll be a really fast outdoor season. Hopefully we'll have great weather, and we're hosting our conference championship, and this team has been super excited about that from the beginning of our season. So I think that that's really what we're gearing towards.